رابط اليوتيوب ولا تويتش؟ مش مال التويتش عندك قلت لي مش ظابط.
مش ظابط، مش عارف وين القناة تبعتي. أبصر وين بروح اللايف.
ما بين اسم قناة؟
لا
مش عارف وين ببث.
إذا مش طالع على اليوتيوب إني ببث فيه. شكلك امبارح اشتغلت فاينل أكثر من الفيرست.
بس أنا كثير طلع بلال والله، غير طبعا لا الفاينل قديش كان جزء، وكان شو يوصلني كيس أكثر 250 أتوقع بس.
يا سلام.
شو؟
مش ملاقي الفيديو، فيش كأني ما ببث يعني. هاي بين أخيرا. حط أوضح إشي ها. بس تبلش قول.
يلا ريدي.
Hey kiddo, how are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
بيحكوا كان
It
أحسن
can't be a
الدكتور
coincidence
كانوا
that
زي
another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay.
لا
Any words
بس
of
أحد
advice?
الكلمات سهلة مش زي الرينج.
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
بالسين الأول كان في بحيرة هيك ليك طلع منها واحد كنت
Worth
أنا ألعب فيه
memorizing before we get swallowed up by
وبعدين
the
هيك أجوا
trees.
ناس من جماعة بتخوف لابسين أقنعة وقتلوه وأخذوا قلبه فإحنا رايحين نحقق.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can.
Watching this dead guy. First statement. Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out of
في حدا
towners.
بيحضر معي.
I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took him back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't
لف
miss it.
معي.
Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
الإيه؟
Before we get to the crime
I
scene,
bet.
there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
You can access the first floor inside the
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
ماشي خلاص. Dentist, stab wounds, blood. cruising on the daily feature body bottle North Chestnut. Pierce walks tall owner cruising how to move strange tattoos. Closing in the legs, deep in the chest, not missing or body's experience and closing. Particular provide force meeting in the body, near the targets, as mad single common trait, chest trauma resembles animal butchery technique.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
يجي علينا الشاشة طفى.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing. Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
في شو اسمه، في لغز قاعد بحل فيه.
جايب كل الناس حافظين.
بس استنى، قول لي طلع هون بالصندوق. طلع شو بقول لي: confused, follow the tips, wash hands, take the chicken out of fridge, take a nap. حلو. نشوف هون عند take naps، عند الوش هاند جوا، هاي في الشكل ها، عند اغسل ايدك عندك الشكل ها.
طيب وتشيكن.
تشيكت هي صار لي ساعة بدور عليها. مرتقيين والناب هي تيك اناب اللي هي هون عند الفرش. هيك ايوه هي فتح. خدت برو. نايس. ايش don't take ايش anything if you aren't one of the trees. ايش يعني؟
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Did you get lost?
دور علي.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Yeah, that's me. Mulligan told me you were coming the other way. Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
هذا اللي لعبت فيه اللي
Thanks,
مات
Deputy.
أول واحد.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Incise stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about. Doesn't look right. Who is our victim? Who killed him? Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
اوكي. بجزء من بصمات.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
This game is fantastic. You will enjoy it. على اليوتيوب يا الله.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
شو هاد السنايبر؟
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Okay. Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. Was he killed here, or brought here after? For display? Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
طلع الستيك دريفت. هاي لازم هون تنحط.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
كان معهم كاميرا وقعدوا يسكروا بعدين شو.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
You can use the following inside his mind ways to get inside the heads of suspects and victims. Nice. يلا شو شاف؟ Missing person, ritual murder.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Find the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Sure. 11 remaining.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
الحلو هاد كله براسها الاشي مش حقيقي.
If only the rest of the bureau knew what a softy Casey is.
لعبة ماكس بين 1 كان هذا اللي بيلعب فيها. انت بتلعب بهذا كله. الشرطي اللي معك. Yes.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
ليش ما قلبت بشو؟ ملح؟ ايش؟ ملح بالشاي.
Casey's favorite brand. Tastes terrible.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
لا وين راح؟
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems...
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of Al murder.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. No.
وين؟ المفروض
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Think, Saga.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was
شوفي
put
ايش
inside
بقلبه
him,
يعني
in
بصدره.
his chest.
والله لسه بحكي.
I must find out what.
تقدر ارجع.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
رد على شاق.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
Hey,
You got
you
it.
made it back. Good.
I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
في أشياء هون استنى. هناك روح.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
لا يوسف يا زلمة.
Oh.
من زمان. يا هلا.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Welcome to Bright Farm.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
This year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour. Family Moose Jerky.
انت الخالي ضربوك عقبال اخوي قال شكله الكل راح يحول الجيل خلوها بس تحول راح يعملوها الجيل يا شكله الاحترام بعدين اخر شيء خلاص بطل الناس تدفن الجيل صار لابدين وخشب والله مجاعب الا روح والله العظيم شوف بشكل مفتوح عادي لما حط اسمي عنده عشان بشوف خواتم دولي عشان تعرف خذ الحضور من عم المشايخ
I need bolt cutters.
بس الشباب معطل اياهم ومداومين بالبيت غريب يعني ليش؟ مش عارف يعني المفروض اللي انت منشنتهم وحكيت عنهم بالشو اسمه بالميتنج داومتهم اوفيس ليش جبت من تاج انت فاهم كيف؟ لكن تاج سفكها تاج سفكها لبست معه وانا عليه ولا بعده؟ لا قال لي تطقع سكليت مفلوز مو يا خالد طيب والله لو هسه اعرف كيف والله لو اروح افكار واحده وقعد بالدار والله مجاعد بالدار
So sleepy. Just a few more days.
لحق نسوي لنا راس هيك ولا وتلحق تقدر تاخذ معك وقت نص ساعة الأرجيلة؟ نص ساعة الشركة لا نص ساعة إذا فيش اسمي
It won't open.
لا حتى والله بالباص وانزل عند الداخلية وقصر قصر حلو بدك ساعة إلا ولا ولو فيش اسمه ربع ساعة بتاكسي بس هي الأزمة
Hi there!
نشغل الكمبيوتر قعدت معاكم شوي ساعة 2:30 والله احكي لك شو اسمه في تجميعة لقيتها مش تجميعة CPU بس ما اعرفش اذا تعرف عنها شيء عرض علي لا رايزن والله ايش رايزن شو هي والله عرض علي رايزن 5600 اكس مع المذر بورد تاعته يقول لي احسب لك اياها 100 الاثنين قلت له طيب اخوي بدي اعطيك السي بي يو اللي عندي اقوى من اللي بدك تعطيني اياها وتعطيك المذر بورد كمان اللي عندي قلت له قديش كمية لانه شو اسمه المذر بورد تبعت انتل يركب عليها انتل المذر بورد رايزن يركب عليها رايزن 8 بس ولا والله ما عدلت
I can't get through this.
Good to see you.
Enjoy your day.
Rest easy, buddy.
لا قلت له اشوف رد لك خبر ما قلت له تمام اللي احنا بخدمته.
احنا بنصبطك.
داري إذا مثل المذربور تاعتي لو أبيعها لحالها اشتريتها ب110 مستعملة حقها 180 جديد.
I can't force it open.
يا اخي المكان هذا شايفه نفس المايند بليس تبعها. صح.
Welcome back, Anderson. Any interesting guests lately?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Zilch, does someone left to grow a surprise under their bed for housekeeping? They were nuts.
So, that's what all that screaming was about?
Either that.
When you guys
or
said
the
nothing
couple
ever
on their
happens in this
honeymoon.
town, you weren't kidding.
Not on the surface, at least.
Or in the public eye.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to that one later for sure.
So, how's that mystery business of yours going? We missed you at trivia night.
You did? How badly?
Stop avoiding the question, Mark.
Hi.
I need to go back. Got a case to solve.
A pretty nice day to be working outside. I don't envy the guy stuck on desk duty. This is where the action is.
Who else to keep this city clean if not I? Who else to protect its citizens?
Hello, how are you?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I can't believe that happened. Still feel like I'm pretty sick.
Have some pie. I'll take your mind off things.
Hey, how's it going?
How can you be so calm?
Oops is a part of the job. Can't dwell on it too much. Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy,
والله لهسه
shouting
مرتب
weird
هيك
shit at
بدي
us.
أعرف شو
He
في
must have
مثل
been on
قصة.
something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
اه
They
أول
were
واحد.
shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out.
إيه
The
ليش
whole thing
سكتته؟
was terrifying. That's all.
كيس.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
Found their necklace. The symbol is two triangles.
ما هو
The cult
أصلا
wants their spruce tree
شخصية ماكس
back,
بين 1
Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A
Yeah,
necklace
yeah,
belonging
yeah.
to one of the cultists.
ليش ما عرفت
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
Found their necklace. The symbol is two triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
Once was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake.
I carry his words close to my chest now.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. I need to know more about the Code of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down. Yeah.
شو شعري؟ آه.
Doesn't look right. Doesn't make sense. The Cult of the Tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting. These stashes could contain clues about the cult.
اللي بالغابة. فتحته.
Better keep an eye out for more. Think. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear friends.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you?
I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
هي أي لعبة؟ على 430 على 560. شو الاشي الويرد هذا اللي صار يا مشاقي؟ هاي روز تبعت الحان تقول ساقة بنتك غرقت، ابصر شو؟
بنتها هاي شايفها؟
لا خلص اذا في حرق انسى.
لا مش حرق، وهي حكت لك هسه بس جوز ما تبعت.
لا ما بتقولها بنتها غرقت، بنتي غرقت، بس هي بنتها ما غرقت. كانت تحكي معها على التليفون قبل شوي. كنا خلاص.
Think, Saga. Nah.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready.
Yeah. مش عارف.
You go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
Played some D&D back in the day. The wizard was always my...
Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
No. والله.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
How are you?
والستيشن إلها ماب. طب وين المورج؟ وعاد
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
ولا ما مليان لوت حسيت.
I can't force it open. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. Can't be opened on this side. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
كيف كتبوا على قلبي ولا عليهم؟ لا بالعكس والله تسلاي. تحس حالك محقق جد إذا.
Think Saga. Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? Same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was. killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the fuck?
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now.
وين انا نسيت. This is not how the story goes.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now.
Yeah. من أول ما لعبت حاولت بس ما قدرت.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. Vanished.
شوف كأنه صاحب أكثر منك توتل غريب. جنن يا زلمة بتعمل في الدنيا. والله
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
There's one of the big...
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. Think, Saga. No.
شفت السي خلاص.
متخيل ان خوات وبشر وعبد الكريم الثلاث مع بعض وابو الهيثم هذول الاربعه
الله يعين.
هذا حب وهذا شلونك جميل شو الخطه
Doesn't look right.
هذا راح يقول لي كل شوي هاي شفتوه خواتي يجي علي هيك زي البنت المستحيل
مش طبيعي شو قير خوالي.
والله اليوم جاء بالي يا عمري تمشي
Oh.
يفتح وين احط هالورقة.
جرب اول واحده هذيك شفتها الو تجدوج
هلا
جرب الورقه الصفراء اللي تحت
هاي
اللي تحت
اصبر في لاج ها اصبر.
ايوه
Think.
لا انا يوتيوب فاتح.
هي الرابط عندنا شو يتاج هيك خلينا نداوم مع عبد الكريم وخواتنا وابو الهيثم لكن الهواء لو اشتريت مدينه لا يا صاحبي عم يفتح
Doesn't make sense.
تخيل انه تداوم معه يا زلمه مو بعيدك يا صاحبي حبيبي وين يوسف؟ هذا المكتوب وين يوسف راح؟
هسه بيجي.
كنتش تلعبوا باكشوت هاي؟ بعد الشوط ما ولا
أنا على 10 صفين. نمت آخر ساعة امبارح بالشفت، يعني على 11 كنت 10:30 11 كنت نايم. لا لا. لا سلمنا الشفت.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
That's crazy, right, Thorne? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real.
They're a fine pair.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case? Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been rung yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. This is the same symbol as that cult necklace.
Not exactly hiding in the shadows, are they?
Mercado won't roll over on the issues.
أنا بحبه لأنه ماكس بين 1.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books,
لا يعني من
Alex,
الساعتين اللي لسه لحد الآن مبين
Yeah,
مرتب.
I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Return the heart.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means. Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
مش طبيعية اللون. بعرف رسم كأنه واحد بقلم رصاص عملها. كثير حلو اللون.
حبيبي والله. معناته أول واحدة فيها. يا الله. والله طلع فيها. ايوه تقريبا خلص بيجي. شو طيب؟ يا اخي كتب لي الرصاصة الثالثة زرقاء التليفون بس توقعت اشوف الثنتين فيهم قلت واحدة منهم. لا نسبتها عالية صارت وبكلهم اصلا كانوا قديش الزرق؟ 200 زرق كانوا. يا الله. الله يستر. تاج حراق. لك يا السوق. افتح بك شو. تعال فاتحين بك. يس. قول ايه؟ طب حد يشير نشوف مين راح يا زلمه. دقيقة. طيب دوري. ما تجي غير كم شغله. وين خالد مش معقول؟
لا بلعب على نويك.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing? Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Well, I need to get back to it.
What'd you find there, Stephen? Nothing. Just something that shouldn't be here. Through my ass.
لو انك وفرت وتقطيع عامك.
GPFD tickets that took off your world. Just like the word.
I don't drink coffee. We brew our own beer, too. Aha beer.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is. Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case.
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here? I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far. What is that? These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap. I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's ladle? This mug always cheers me up.
I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
This carving looks fresh. That's not right. Nope. Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well. Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale. I need to find the witch's hut. This is the witch's hut. The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse. This fuse is busted. This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though. There's another lunchbox. Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge. I need to check the general store for the heart. Casey! I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.